So let's talk. I've had a lot I wanted to say recently, and funnily enough, I'm just now figuring out that people wrote scripts for the videos, which will probably help me a lot since I tend to like being more deliberate and detailed when making videos. I've been thinking about making one for a few weeks, honestly, but let's be honest, I have no idea how to animate or where to even start. I've worried about how to keep my audience engaged when it's just me talking with nothing on the screen, but who the hell knows? Maybe I'll find some kind of background or something. So let's get started. My real name is Elijah, and I'm 15 years old. Really just an ordinary kid, honestly. You probably know me for building big ships and space engineers, or uploading random stuff, or maybe you're completely new here. In that case, welcome to my channel. I honestly just wanted to talk about some stuff. Honestly, it feels like I have no outlets to truly say my own thoughts. So, I mean, why not make a script about them and read them online for a bunch of strangers? There really is no point in this video other than me sort of venting and clarifying some things. So feel free to click off really. The biggest reason for me not uploading recently, uh, for literally over a year, almost two probably at this point, is because because I'm a lazy fat chud. Okay, not only that, but I've been wanting, or I've been preoccupied with a lot in my life and going through a lot. I have a goal of going to Japan, and I swear I'm not one of those weird people, right? I genuinely just want to like experience a new culture and put distance between me and my current situation. And it's a long story, so be prepared. So it all started with the Japan dream, right? My retarded ass thought I could make enough money by going on a bike when I was 14 years old and filling newspapers in the blazing hot 95-degree California weather. Of course, actually this didn't pan out very well. I never took the incentive to actually go to the paper store because my family wouldn't let me, and I was partly extremely nervous. In order to make money this way, I decided to do like online schooling, which ironically ended up in being one of the worst decisions I ever could have made. I was living like a chud, living inside my house 24/7, outside of going on trips with my family sometimes, and this honestly destroyed my self-confidence. For 1.5 years, I grew out my hair, which I thought I looked like shit, which I did, honestly. Online schooling, which I thought would put me in a better position, but it did the opposite. Eventually, it got so bad to the point where I didn't want to go outside, and I didn't think I could socialize with anyone outside of my family. Constantly living in the present, which I still am in a way, don't really want to. I just want to live in the moment. I just want to, be myself and be able to set aside my words for a while and have fun with people around me. But instead, online school, I'm missing 20 credits. As I'm, already out of the usual 60. This pissed me off a bit, I admit. I was mad at the teacher because he was saying that I was going to be ahead, and I thought that I had worked hard enough, but I only have one semester of algebra done. And I'm going to be honest with myself and say that it's partially my fault, honestly, because they were saying that I needed at least 4 hours a day to stay in the program, but I only worked for around 2.5 to 3 hours, honestly. Now, I mean, none of you probably know me very well, but I'm really nervous around speaking, and my family is out for once, so maybe I'll be able to talk normally instead of just, like, constantly trying to shut myself up. I wouldn't say that I'm anything special or that I've accomplished anything crazy, but to be honest, I don't really think I need to be crazy in order to be valued. I'm no motivational speaker and I'm no philosopher, but leave it to the retarded 10th grader to tell you that being gentle isn't a weakness at all. In fact, I think it's the opposite. I feel like today, too many people are told to man up or fulfill a certain role like cooking and cleaning or providing. And so I'll tell you the story. I met someone in 7th grade who I actually have a class with now. People were telling me the craziest shit, but oh, I hope you and the family who die and burn in house fire, and calling them retarded and sped and everything. And when you really look at someone and really see who they are underneath, you kind of just start to see something no one else does. And what you show me is that the world is constantly trying to toughen you up, constantly trying to harden you. It always tells you you're not good enough. It always tells you either to be yourself and you have no idea what to be, or that you need to become a certain kind of person in order to be valued. See where I believe gentleness factors in, because being able to stay gentle and emotionally intelligent, despite what the world says is the strength of its own living, being able to keep going and get back up and make peace with who you are, with who you're going to become, may not be who the world wants you to, and retaining that sort of innocent gentleness instead of trying to harden up and prove yourself is one of the rarest things I see. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to resist change. Everyone changes. But this is more so saying that you don't need to force yourself to change as soon as possible to become the kind of person you don't even want to turn into. I mean, me and myself, I need a god on me. Like, let's be real. I ain't wanting, I ain't wanting dominance or trying to turn into some hyper-masculine dude just to think I'll suddenly become deserving of her. And honestly, I'm not ashamed of that. Everyone has things they'd like to say, but won't because of what others think. I think, but a lot of these people think that way because they've said something and have been struggled, judged for it before, unfortunately. I mean, if you could be struggling with self-worth right now, what I will tell you is that there's always someone better, you know? Now, hear me out. It probably seems like the opposite of encouraging, but hear me out. There'll always be a taller dude, always a girl prettier than you, always a guy stronger than you, but you don't need to feel inferior because when you feel inferior to these kinds of people, you're just rating their value higher than yours based on society's hierarchy. Instead, I think what matters is your authenticity. How well you do, well, you. There is something in every single one of you watching right now. Yes, you. And no one else on the entire planet has. It's simply the combination of traits that we combine. You might meet someone who's smarter, taller, more attractive, or more wealthy than you, but I feel like the people who genuinely love you and gravitate towards you based on the combination of traits that make you you. They like you maybe because you're emotionally intelligent, patient, smart, funny, consistent, and unperformative. It's extremely rare, if not impossible, for them to find someone with exactly those traits, accompanied by additional ones like being taller. So, even if you feel like someone is worth more than you, they can't match the specific set of personality traits that make you who you are. I mean, having obvious physical and material traits might help you get more potential careers, but I think it also makes it harder to find someone who genuinely loves you simply because the people who are interested in things other than who you actually are. Alright, we got a little sidetracked there, I suppose. Back to my current situation. Since I'm missing credits, I have to take a zero period and wake up at the little ass crack of dawn, 6:35 a.m. to go to school and take 7 classes. This already takes away from a lot of my time, and I get home at like 3:40, and I have to go to bed at 10:30 p.m. So things feel very rushed for me, and it stresses me out sometimes. Also, when I go to bed at 10:30, my sister's kids are so awake, and they're usually like screaming and crying. How did we get to the kids, you ask? Well, 4 months ago, my sister came back with 2 young kids and moved basically the entire house in them. She was going to move and mess with my computer, which is honestly my most valuable possession. So actually, I moved my entire PC to my room and passed out of it in a constructive way, don't worry, to establish some boundaries and prevent her from stealing my things. It's rough since I imagine myself getting ready to go to Japan and live an independent life, make new friends, and explore all that. But instead, we don't flip the bad side of the coin and got screaming babies who are trying all over the house, on my door, all over my bathroom, which isn't even really mine anymore. It's a pretty stressful situation. I feel like I'm almost always in my room except for going to school and getting through that side. It's starting to get really tired and rough at points. I just wanted to make a storyline or story time animation video about it a week ago, but I'm too lazy to learn how to animate, honestly. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna record my voice and slap it on a black screen. So, anyways, with my current situation accounted for, it's kind of just been constant stress and worry about whether or not I get good grades or whether or not I'm actually in a position to go to Japan. eventually. I have an infection at the moment, so I took a few days off. I did test it on myself. Wanted to kind of freaking out. So I kind of just want something I can come back to, honestly. I've had so many ideas and so many plans, but they're just so indecisive and perfectionist that I always thought an idea wouldn't be good enough. And that's honestly the biggest reason I haven't uploaded in years. I wanted to do some video game playthroughs, horror game playthroughs, story time videos, but not a single one came up because I spent years just overthinking that I didn't do it. So it concerns me. I'm not famous, not at all. Just on YouTube with 300 subscribers. But I honestly don't think my audience heads should decide whether I do or do not talk about what I want to be, but really honest about. Who knows? Maybe this can grow the channel. Maybe this can go viral. I'm not counting on it, but maybe just one day. If I ever do get even just a single comment on this video, don't be with a joke, truly. I love seeing people's thoughts and seeing different worldviews. You can always learn something from anyone, really, no matter who they are. I'll probably end up going to every single one and giving in-depth responses. Maybe that will give me something to look forward to when I get home, something like that. So I have countless things I want to talk about and countless things I want to say and that I want to help the world to realize, but it's fine to start small. I don't know how long this video will end up taking, but I don't have to try to say everything in a single video. Plus, shorter videos will probably help with your attention spans, so with that out of the way, I suppose that's everything I have for today. I try not to procrastinate, and hey, if you're seeing this right now, that actually means that I do. In fact, interrupt the motivation to. I might also give updates, but I don't really know depending on what people think, and it depends on what actually is going on, so yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Write the long shot from the ones I've made before.